Hey, welcome back, everyone. Um, we're here on Lucky Page 13 in part 2 of Burn Pit. If you've seen the other two videos from part 1, then you'll know this is a slow project. The pictures are taking longer to render than usual, so I'll probably be snipping away between. The video itself will probably be snipping away between each picture. I don't think we need to sit here and just watch these pictures render. You might as well be watching paint dry. But um, let's edit. Yeah, I think there's a lot going on in this project that's causing it to render slow. Um, it was a back last year when I was doing Jeremy's journal. I had the same issue where that was a slow rendering project. And with that one, I just ended up rendering the pictures smaller so that they would take less time. So that instead of making them oversized and scaling them down, I was rendering them closer to the actual panel size. But it was in doing so, you end up sacrificing quality a little bit, or not a little bit, but and it's sort of one of the things, I kind of regret might be a strong word, but I'm just going to go with the word regret. The one thing I kind of regret about that one is that I didn't just wait and let the pictures render. Turn him around a little bit. Let's see. I guess it's good. Okay. So with this one, because of the lighting setup, using basically just one. Um, it's Normally I use the one environment light and then four distant lights, with each one kind of toned down a little bit. But I think I think with Teddy Bear I was using, I sort of like the look of just this one ambient light, but it sort of has it doesn't quite light in certain corners of the rooms, and I keep coming to this landing here at the stairs where has problems lighting where it's not quite lighting the scene. So with each angle, I'm playing with the light intensity to get sort of a look that is suitable for a page without really looking too different from each other. And this is number 17, right? Yep. Okay. So let's render that. No, waiting. Let's do the text bubble here. Oops. No, I want it there. That's okay. Um, no, I was gonna say I'm trying to decide whether she should say I thought maybe we could or maybe we could. But I don't know. The idea is this is kind of a spur of the moment thing. She didn't really plan on. Oops. She didn't really like plan on coming in, so she couldn't have really thought that maybe they could. I'll grab that thing. There we go. But yeah, like I think I've explained before, it's the hairstyles are definitely. Oops, this needs to go down. The hairstyles are definitely taking longer to render. Uh, and my sort of more recent trend to have a little bit of a reflective surface on everything. So the render image is taking extra time calculating the light bouncing back and forth. Let's go. We need a new layer. Yeah. Select shrink. Okay. And I don't know what's been going on for me this week. It sort of feels like this week has just kind of almost come and gone without really realizing it. Let's save. Nothing to it. Just kind of almost felt like you need to take a day or two off from working on this. Not that I'm really tired, but this part, the beginning of this part, it's just kind of weird, sort of not having him interact with anybody. Let's pop you in there. So, I know this is the idea here is that, like, we're going for some, like, just gratuitous shots, the money shots or whatever you want to call it. I know. It's like from the perspective of me working on this, it feels kind of weird, not having the interaction, the character, those character moments, whatever you want to see. It's just it's like from the point of working on it, it's almost senseless, even though it's not. But it's like it's more of when you have the character interaction. It's kind of like you've got something to do while waiting for the pictures to render. Whereas, like, scenes like this, where is it? Oh my god, this is, come on. It's when you get like pages like this, it's you render the picture and then you just wait and you're doing nothing. And it's like you're just doing nothing. Or like scenes like these where you're just kind of trying to fill the moment with with something to sort of move the story as well. I think I'm going to start this over and change the lighting a little bit. So I'll cut and come back when this is. Actually, I'm going to experiment with this. So this is going to be one of those moments where just like waiting forever for pictures to render. But I'll be back when I've got what I wanted here. Okay, so this is going to be something a little new that I've done a few times in this story, in this book, but it's probably the first time I've ever done anything like this for you guys. But so here's a treat. We open the original picture, which has her too dark. I rendered another layer of just her without the house and all the other people. I'm going to take this layer and just reduce the opacity so that she kind of blends a little bit. And I think we want to go. Let's see what happens if we go a little bit darker. Let's go. Yeah, I think that'll work on the page. So we'll go File, Export As, and we will call this 17 and export. Close that, discard. Let's pop that in and see what that looks like. Scale layer 34. Yeah, that looks good. I'm gonna cut her off. Yeah, just a little bit. There. Yeah. Okay, so now I gotta come in here. I'm gonna right click and unparent. And let's close that for a moment. Actually, you know what? Wes is supposed to be off camera. Let's get him off camera. Now we'll open up the home. And I gotta remember, let's see. Let's put the sky back on. Let's put structure. I can close that. I can leave tree group off for now. I can leave yard off for now. And let's put furniture back on. Actually, you know what? Let's delete that key. Turn him around. just gonna have him walking away. Used. What is he using? And let's see. What is she using? Okay. No, we don't want to do that. Let's go. D to make sure she's on the floor. Okay. So we call this 18, but I just forgot. Let's take this and reset this light, right? Yeah. 100. There. And render that. Control C that bubble and bring it over here and go edit. Paste as new layer. Transform vertically. So yeah, it's not unusual for these pictures to take about 10 minutes to render. I had one last night. I did an oversized one. It took almost an hour and a half just for the one picture. Let's see. She's marriage counseling. She's marriage counseling. Let's change it to I have say to you. And we'll just take out that extra space. Okay. Select that and bold it, and then we will resize our bubble. Yeah, and I'm not so yeah, I can already tell you're not going to see as many videos for this project as previous projects. I think it's because like kind of because of the lag between images. Kind of makes it feel a little funny on my end to sit and show the process, and then sort of cut easily half of it away. But on the other hand, in another respect, just I think it's like as you're kind of seeing here, I just don't have a lot to talk about these days. No interesting chit chat or commentary. Um, layer to image size. Hmm. Select invert, shrink, invert, edit, cut, merge down, and we will save. I think when I started this, I had no intention that he'd keep. There was no intention he'd keep the beard. The idea is that sort of at this point in his life, I guess, if you will, the idea is he's kind of gotten lazy and just like stopped shaving. So the idea is, I don't know if I'm gonna sort of keep the beard and or have him shave it completely off. But the idea is that subtly there's going to be a point where, depending on which way I go, either he's going to trim it down or get rid of it completely. I honestly didn't think I was going to like it as much as I do on him, but it is a little, in my opinion, it's just a little bit long. So at the least, once he starts getting to the point of caring completely, he's going to at least trim it down. I think the original idea when I put the when I was creating the characters, the original idea in giving him the mustache was it sort of it's sort of his way of sporting the facial hair while dealing with the military's grooming standards. And as the original intention was that as the story, as he sort of like moves on, he was originally going to get rid of the mustache altogether. I was just going to go clean shaven the whole story after that. But I have to say, so far I'm liking the beard, like I said. So I may just scale it back, have him trim it instead. Oh, look, I didn't have to cut away. Oops. How long did that one take? 6 minutes and a half. Okay. Not too bad. Let's go open layers. Burn pit. 33. Okay. Put you up there. Let's turn you around. Oh boy. Hand. Okay, you gotta be closer to the door. You. Let's see. 0. Let's see, side to side. I think I'm going to twist her a little bit. You know, I'm positioning this hand, and I have a feeling it's gonna get hidden. So let's go 19. Okay. Now, is this gonna look better? Yeah, I think that's gonna look better. Whoops. So good. Come on, there we go. Right click and merge that down. And let's go. Cut and cut. Oh. Okay. Layer to image size. Oh, I think with just being tired this week, too, I've been in sort of like the interim trying to in the slightly taking a slight break kind of category. Um, we need to invert shrink. It's like I've been, it's like I have been playing around and came up with a couple of new characters. Tell me this go. That have really gotten my attention. So now it's just kind of coming up with a bit of a story to go with them. I think not 100% sure, but it might end up being a short tale, like one issue. Story. You know what? I was gonna put a. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I was going to put a text bubble here and get his thoughts in the transition, but I think I'm just gonna leave this panel. So I'm gonna cut here, wait for this picture to render. Okay, and here's the picture. So we're gonna save that and come over here. Open as layer. Select that layer. Scale 33. And where's the divider? Right here. Cut that. Let's see. What do we want to do? Let's put her. And let's get Wes. Oops. Control D. Actually, no. I think I'm going to put him in the bottom step. So that. Make sure he's kind of centered on the step. Okay. Now, what I need is, let's find a box. Whoops. Box. Files. Let's see what comes up. Um, is that hmm. Okay, not quite what I thought was going to come up. I'm gonna have to find this manually. Let me think. Is it junk? Clutter? Yeah, this is what I want. This one. And oh, or not. Hmm. Okay, you know what? I don't think this is really gonna matter. Instead of sitting here spending forever trying to figure out where this item is, I'm just gonna grab. Oh, it is. Let's just parent one of these and bring it in. I can always. Oh shoot! No, I can't. Oh well. 90. Let's see. I need the x-axis, right? So let's Control C that number, and then Control V it there, and that will line it up with him. And we're going to pose him. Back. Let's go twist. I think bend. Okay. I think this is going to work. Let's twist it a little bit more. Bend what I want? Yeah, bend is what I want. Okay. Side to side. Yeah. Come on. I think I'm going to twist. Then we'll just go side to side. Okay. Since I'm not going to do a lot with this, I don't need this to be perfect on this side. So, see. Ta, ta, ta. I might need just a little. 20. Paste as new layer. There, let's see. And then, just like that. Yeah, so I think I was saying before that last cut, I got kind of a couple. I've got a couple of characters that I really want to do something with now. I just don't entirely know what. So like I said, it might be. I might do them for a use them for a short tale, sort of a one issue, just a fun piece. And it's likely not going to be. It's likely going to be a PG piece rather than the X-rated that the other three were. The two versions of Teddy Bear and a new sort of diet. Um, Layer to image size. That's what we're doing. And it cut. Oh, so tired. Ugh, tired this week. Whoops. There we go. Select invert, shrink, and cut. Yeah, see, this is why I'm not really making a lot of videos with this story, is because I just don't have because there's just not a lot of conversation going on here. Let's go file, save. And I'm probably going to be cutting again. See, this one is just, feels like it's just getting started. Okay, so here's the picture. We will save that, and we will go file open as layers. Now this is going to seem like a goodbye to these characters, and this, in all honesty, this will probably be the last time you'll see them for a while. It's probably like by the time either of these two come back, you'll have forgotten they were in the story. So this is almost supposed to seem like, this is almost supposed to be like a turning the page moment, sort of. But it's at the same time, it's seeing, it's the idea is that seeing kind of Roger turn his physique around is sort of gotten healthier than he was when they left him. The implication is there's going to be sort of, it's going to be a little bit of an inspiration, not quite in the same vein. It's like with Wes. Let's see. Okay, so negative 90 is what I want. So it's like with Wes. You know, I think the change I've got in mind at this point, and again, things are always fluid and changing, but it's with Wes basically. Uh, this whole interaction is going to lead him to, he's basically just, it's there's not going to be much of a change. It'll be you know, kind of like me, I'm kind of like trying to figure out what I'm going to say, how I'm going to say it, that sort of thing. But I think it's like we're going to see him basically just cut his hair. We might see he might go clean shaven too. The idea is that he kind of loses the sort of wild child look and kind of takes on a more serious look, so to speak. Let's see. Let's go this way. What I'm going to do here is let's find the kitchen. Let's unparent that. So what I'm going to do is just kind of move this into his hand. like that. And what I'm going to do with the steak is to make it, let's see. Okay, I've got to figure out where this is. I think, if I remember correctly, this was mostly digital creations. People, yep. Let's pop the grilled one in. So, skillet, right? So I'm going to select the one that's in there now, Control C, and then I'm going to take this one and Control V will pop it right there, and then I'll just make this one invisible. I'm going to curl that one a little bit more. '21 and render. Yep, never mind. Edit, cut, select none. And we go. And the funny thing is, here we are halfway through part 2, and I still haven't introduced the the other main characters that are going to join him in this story. This isn't going to be a one-man show forever. And let's merge it down. And I think we're waiting on this picture, right? Alright, so we'll cut there and come back. Okay, we've got our picture here. So let's save. Open layers. Come in here. And let's scale that down to 34. Okay. See, I was talking about reflections on everything. If you look at the I've probably pointed this out before, but you look at the cabinets, you can see each of the doors has a reflective surface. I think the base of the cabinet too should as well. So, every time you render, it's got to it's basically got to calculate the reflection of everything that's off screen on top of everything that's on screen. None. Okay. Layer to image size. Whoops, want that one. Fuzzy select and cut. Invert, edit, cut. And merge that down. Save and then image. And export, and we're going to have to 3. Okay, so now let's come over here. Let's check out our picture. Maybe we can talk for a few minutes, Roger. You made it clear you didn't want to talk when you refused marriage counseling. As far as I'm concerned, I have nothing left to say to you. So get the hell out of my house. I've got a steak cooking. Hey, Dad. You know what? Never mind. Whoops, I've got to fix that. So Control Z will undo that. And I'm not really married to this word bubble being in that exact spot, so I'll just move the word bubble around the words rather than the other way around. And that looks centered, right? I don't know. Yeah. So let's save. And flatten, and then file export to page 13. Export to page 13. And that's page 13. So I will see you next time. I know that wasn't the most thrilling of videos, but I hope you got something out of that anyway. And again, see you next time.